goodness, this intro is literal chills. I'm honestly stunned just listening to this. Well, we should be live. This is SoundFX09 doing his first stream in how long? Has it been 5 years since I last did a stream? I can't believe it's been that long, if I'm honest. It doesn't really even feel like it. So to those who are live watching right now or will be, welcome aboard tonight. This was not originally a planned stream. This is a pretty impulsive stream. Where to even begin? For those who have followed me on YouTube and Twitch, I have not streamed since 2021. This game launched that year, and I never started playing it until 2 years later in 2023. But I've been playing it non-stop since I have started playing it, and now 2 full arcs later, it's brought us to this point. The timeline of fate. And it's hard to believe it's only been 2 months since the last chapter of Beast Yeast ended. I feel like after the Beast Yeast arc ended, I felt like I was gonna need months before I'd be able to recover from what happened there. But one crossover update later, after that, we're here. I'm still in disbelief. We're really gonna do this. 2 months after Beast Yeast ended, we're now starting a brand new act, a brand new arc. I guess we are. Evil never rests its head now, does it? Well, let's get on with it. The new outfits for Black Sapphire and Candy Apple. The first episode of the Timeline of Faith. A new treasure, a new epic cookie. I do want to find out what Ash Salt is all about. A new train station design. I think I'll still keep the one I currently have. And some new icings. Alright. Beast Yeast and Timeline of Fate are now available. The arcade arena, I'm actually pretty darn excited about this. And that seems to be it. Well, we gotta get all the boring stuff out of the way first, of course. So we gotta get all my supplies together. I did already go ahead and purchase the Kingdom Pass for this month, so we're good there. Sent off. Did also go ahead and do a couple super successes early. I have a feeling... Yeah, okay, so it probably won't be available yet for the balloon dock. Probably not until I finish Chapter 1 of the, Timeline of Fate arc is probably when that's going to be made available. So yeah, I gotta get all the boring stuff out of the way first. Alright. Oh, I've already got the... Okay, it didn't update. I know sometimes on these updates, the daily reward will actually become available again. Does not appear to be the case. So yeah, how do I feel right now, back in CRK, knowing that this update's deployed? Oh god, I don't know what to expect, and it freaking terrifies me. Like... that's the wrong one. I'm already doing the wrong thing starting out. Just my luck. Gotta do all the boring stuff first. Oh, hey, Tom. Glad you made it tonight. Hope you're doing alright back down there. Yeah, this is kind of an impulse stream tonight. Didn't want to, first time doing a stream in a while, in fact. Hope you're doing well. I'm gonna find out just how chaotic the CRK universe gets thrown into the moment you throw it into a time machine, or into an arc involving time itself. Okay, just need to do all the basic stuff first, though, before we go. I care about you. Okay, there's Awhile. So, one quick note you might want to be careful of. If you try to play this game on different platforms, so like, I'm playing this through PC, through Google Play Games, if you switch over to like iOS, like on my phone, or, you know, it'll just switch your characters around for all your buildings. So, like, it feels like my entire building crew keeps getting randomized every time I load up the game on my phone or my Google Play Games. If you don't play the same platform, it'll just keep swapping your characters around. It's kind of annoying. Okay, what was I trying to do? Oh, right. I need to do the pine cones because I'm so low on that. My supply is also kind of stupid. Yeah. That's how I'm playing it on PC. I'm playing it through Google Play Games. I think it's a free download, so it doesn't cost you anything to get it running. Okay, so that takes care of that. Alright, there's Pure Vanilla, which he's probably going to tell us, yes. Basically, we need to check story so far, which basically is just going to be a story recap, probably, before everything goes to shit. So, yeah, this... Gosh. I am absolutely terrified at what we're gonna find out right now. Oh, okay, that's new. There's now a new epic vein that gives you 2,000... That is a lot of epic veins. I have not gotten this many epic veins before. Maybe they changed the way the veins work in the mines now. like, you have a higher chance of getting other... Oh, I'm going to say this right now, Tom. You are going to want to catch up as soon as you can. Because a lot has happened. Like, even I'm still recovering from the final chapter of Beast Beast. Oh. Thank goodness I do not have my webcam on right now, because the last chapter of Beast East hurt. Like, not like it was bad hurt. It's more like, gosh. Oh, my man. You better be prepared, because it is, a lot has happened. What was I trying to do? Oh, right, I need to take these guys off of quick rest. Well, we'll put different characters in first this time. Well, ones that can actually be in a cart. I mean, you already kind of were turned off by the game due to the whole gacha mechanics, and again, I do not blame you. Let's see. I do want to get these. I do want to get some more biscuits that, I have... No, it does not look like I do. Okay, so I probably want to... Oh, we do. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I just gonna have to get all the mundane stuff out of the way before we finally get to the story, and I'm still don't feel prepared for it. I just don't see C-Arcade the way I used to see it before, and thanks to that, it slowly got me under... I will say this in defense of you, Tom. You could say that for a lot of video games. With time, you do lose interest. Like, I barely play TF2 these days. I used to play it almost sacrilegiously, and then my interest in it kind of waned. Especially Meet Your Match. The Meet Your Match update really soured my opinion on where TF2 was going. So I mostly just reserved myself to like basic casual, well, not casual, basic, more like I stuck to community servers and never went anywhere else. Like, I could not bring myself to go anywhere else other than community servers, and I think just overall my interest in the game died out from that, just not being willing to expand my horizon or being willing to see what else could be brought forth. So I can't blame you. I'm sure your reasons are different for why you left CRK. You know, if you don't see the game the way you used to, there's nothing wrong with saying that. I mean, I completely understand. Okay, so that's all of that. Did we get any mind battles? We did not. Okay. Now we only got one because I already used up like 20 earlier. Okay. I've already maxed out those, so I'm just going to get legendary essences out of them. Alright, what's the other one? Oh, there is the demon himself, or the beast-turned demon. Has his appearance actually changed already, or will it not change until you actually start the game? Oh, hi. Oh, hi, Gargar.
Yes, that would be nice.
And before you ask, yes, my kingdom still does not look good. I have not done the curve appeal thing like I had intended to. Alright, so let's see. I did not mean to do that. Oh, you actually despise Shadow Milk? I mean, to be fair, the character is supposed to be despisable, but it's one of those like, I'm actually at the point where I'm like, yes, Shadowmilk is supposed to be the primary villain, but the voice actors nail him so well that, like, it makes so much bloody sense. Okay, good. It's not... The Monster Menace is not part of the, main thing, so we can at least do that. Alright, so let's go to 4-4. That should be... Yep, resolution. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch over to this team. Yeah, I'll just hold here so you guys can see, like, what my team is at this point. Well, thinking about it, Tom, I get it. Like, he's, like, basically the front and center of the entire plot now. But if you look at... You probably guess why I stopped playing. Yeah, like, he's basically become front and center of the entire plot of Cookie Run Kingdom. And you're either gonna like the game for it, or absolutely despise the game for it. But... from what I see with Shadowmilk Cookie, he makes the most sense in terms of a villain for the future of CRK. I think the biggest drawback of what happened in the final chapter of Beast Geese is you had so many villains die off. You know, all 4 of the 5 beasts died off. The main villain dies off, which makes sense given the story direction, but everything sort of happened so quickly in 3 months that you really couldn't sink yourself into the characters. You know, like, I've got Eternal Sugar here. Like, 2 of the cookies in my team, or, well, actually 4 out of the 5 cookies in my team here, they're technically gone. Deceased. Yeah, I'm already spoiling it, and we're not even 15 minutes into the stream. So yeah, spoilers will be in this game or in this stream for some part. Anything drawing it back could be Pure Vanilla though. Pure Vanilla, I think what we're gonna see is, and I'm kind of worried, I already talked about this with one of the Facebook groups for CRK, and that was that when you lose the love of your life, you are not the same person. We already know someone who basically went through that experience of losing someone they were genuinely in love with. And when that happens, you do not stay the same person. You are permanently altered, and you either learn from it and become better, or you let it sink yourself into the darkest shadows. Ooh. I'd be making major spoilers if I'd be doing that, so... It'd be major spoilers. But essentially, 4 of the 5 cookies here are gone. Well, actually, all of them are. Now that I think about it. Jesus. It's not... I'll say that. If you have not watched the story, you'll have to get to chapter 15 and beat it to find out. But... it's not that much of a secret in the community now, is it? Especially with when I later found out that some parts of the community were in a complete bloody uproar about the last chapter of Beast Geese, whereas I thought it was one of the better chapters I've ever been a part of. Okay, right here.
Return to nothing.
But yeah, it's not too surprising that my team absolutely destroys the game mode now.
The sweetest victory.
This is what happens when you This is what happens when you're so enamored in a single game that you'll do anything to get ahead.
Return to nothing. Sweet slumber. Return to nothing. Learn your lesson.
Alright, so that's chapter 4. We'll need to move to chapter 7. Okay. Thank goodness it's 7 and not 8, because if it's chapter 8, I would have to switch off of Sugar Swan. But I'm going to go ahead and do this first, and then we'll finally get into the main tape.
Sweet land of sugar, consume you! For freedom! Sweet land of sugar! For freedom!
Me? Ruthless? Such high praise.
Alright, so let's see here. Alright, so that gets us through that part. I'm gonna have to do it one more time, I think. Because I gotta remember to count to 2.
Your life powder will serve me well.
Alright, that does the trick there. Alright, so that's 7 now. That just leaves us with 13. Just want to get this out of the way before we finally get to the main story part.
Sweet slumber!
Go.
For freedom! Serenade of sugar! Darkness sweet slumber! Serenade of sugar! Darkness for freedom!
There we go. Alright. That takes care of,
Rest now.
is that only 1 or 2? That was only 1. Okay, I gotta do it one more time. Then we can finally move on to the main story.
Serenade of sugar for you! Serenade of sugar! Darkness sweet slumber! For freedom! Serenade of sugar! Darkness sweet slumber! Serenade of sugar! For freedom!
Okay, there we go. Main reason I'm here right now is because I actually
Your
like
demise will not be in vain.
I'm kind of the opposite, admittedly. Just because usually once, at least from what I've seen from previous experiences on TV and fiction, once you introduce like time, space aspects to your story, you are treading on very thin ice. And things can get really out of whack if you aren't careful. So with the time balance department now involved, I'm kind of thinking, okay, how are they going to handle this? Because this, this feels like something that could make or break Cookie Run Kingdom at this point. It's made Cookie Run Oven break, and I'm glad it has, but for Cookie Run Kingdom, a game with, like, already a very good story, in my opinion, it's just, my issue with it is just the gacha mechanics can be annoying, and, you know, the pay-to-play mechanics in the game are going to turn off anybody. So now that we're going to the time balance department, it's now like, okay, where's... I feel like this isn't going to stay in one place. Okay, here it is. Yep. Timeline of Fate. It's about time. That's it, right there. And yeah, you can see here I've almost 3-starred every stage of Beast Yeast. But yeah, the title here, right here, that's your dead giveaway. Alright. Only reason I'm here at chapter 15 is just listening to this for me is just heartbreaking. But yeah, there's your giveaway, Tom. Like, if you go to chapter 15, you'll get a different track when you are playing this normally, but once you beat it, this is what you're gonna hear in chapter 15. And I won't spoil everything. I'm gonna try not to, but it's easy to kind of put the pieces together and all that, but I honestly do not think you could have asked for a better way for the final showdown to have ended. I really do not think you could ask for anything better. But enough dilly-dallying. This is what we're here for. The Timeline of Fate. Let's go. All right. The Arcana of Truth and Deceit. So we do have a different stamina jelly for this adventure. We have Fate stamina jellies, about 100 of them, which seems generous, but I'm going to bet the cost is going to be like 10, 20, 30. So we might only be able to get like 4 or 5 before we continue. Sorry, I just wanted to listen to this. Like, sometimes I just want to stop and just listen to the music. And by the way, I have tried Oven Break, but I haven't really gotten far into it. I mean, I jumped into it when they released Milky Way Cookie into the game. And then I got her to max level and everything, but I just haven't had the energy to get back into it. All right, yeah, let's not waste time. Let's get in. Prologue, The Timeline Odyssey. Episodes 3 and 4, The Realm of Apathy.
The mysterious pale ailment has stricken the Dark Cacao Kingdom. To find a cure, Dark Cacao Cookie ventures into the land of Beast Yeast. Will the stoic monarch be able to put an end to the sinister plot of Mystic Flower Cookie, the master of the Ivory Pagoda, and protect his land? The ultimate trial of Dark Cacao Cookie's resolution awaits at the top of the endless steps. Battling the creeping apathy poisoning his soul, the ancient hero finds a way to unite his divided power, vanquish his dreadful foe, and return home victorious.
I believe this is Clover Cookie speaking. So I'll try to stay silent for most of these parts so that we can hear the voice actors in every line here. Number 5 and 6.
Golden Cheese Cookie, the Radiant Queen, is kidnapped by the mysterious army of wild spices. In the eye of the spicy storm, the hero soars with golden pride. That is, until the fateful confrontation with the ancient god of destruction, Burning Spice Cookie, breaks her wings. The soul gem is gone, but the golden glint of greed is not easily dimmed. Despite her crumbling dough, Golden Cheese Cookie faces the terrible beast once more and emerges victorious. With the strength of her soul gem returned, the radiant goddess buries her enemy under a pile of rocks. Alas, Burning Spice Cookie survives and retreats into the shadows, awaiting the next opportunity to strike.
Okay, 7 and 8, a game of truth and deceit.
Seeking clues about the beast binding ritual, Pure Vanilla Cookie and friends reach the Spire of All Knowledge. But the spire is not what it seemed. In his lair, the sinister Master of Deceit puts the cookies against a twisted kaleidoscope of lies. In the end, Pure Vanilla Cookie falters in the face of the ugly truth, revealed by Shadow Milk Cookie, and is reborn as the truthless recluse. Shadow Milk Cookie's plan unfolds. Chaos and insidious rumors spread throughout the cookie world. But just when the Master of Deceit was ready to celebrate his victory, a single ray of light pierced the blue haze of deceit to illuminate the darkness looming over the world. Pure Vanilla Cookie's boundless determination to step towards the truth despite doubts and lies.
Number 9 and 10. This
Troubling
goes
news
back.
comes from all corners of Earthbread. Determined to face her adversary, Hollyberry Cookie gathers her trusted friends and ventures into Beast Yeast. But instead of fearsome monsters and fabled perils, they stumble upon the mystical Garden of Delights and the comforting sounds of its master's lyre. Will Hollyberry Cookie resist the saccharine temptation and rekindle the passion in her heart?
You know, it's kind of funny. Chapters 9 and 10 actually ended up being the most difficult chapters for a while. Heck, I still haven't 3-starred every stage in chapters 9 and 10. That's how difficult it's been. I've yet to use a guide for that chapter, but I think I'm gonna end up having to, at least to do the hard difficulty levels.
The gentle Eternal Sugar Cookie reveals her true nature and confines Hollyberry Cookie in the heart of the garden. Her friends risk everything to rescue the ancient hero. But the most difficult battle is the one that rages on inside her. In the end, she recalls the purpose of her shield and protects the Hollyberry Kingdom.
All right, here we go. 11 and 12. The Catacombs of Silence.
After bidding farewell to her friends at the Spire of All Knowledge, White Lily Cookie ventured to the Land of Silence in hopes of finding clues about the beast-binding ritual and the witch's magic. However, all that remained there was nothing but spirits, crumbled at the hands of Silent Salt Cookie. Despite the vicious attacks from the Wraiths, White Lily Cookie continued deeper down to the catacombs to find any traces of the past. When she finally uncovered the dark truth of the beast binding ritual, Silent Soul Cookie revealed himself from the shadows, and along with him, a rage that burns in stillness.
Where to even begin? Like, this is where I really started to fall in love with Cookie Run Kingdom's dark aspects of its game. If you're still here, Tom, these chapters 11 through 15 rekindled why I love Cookie Run Kingdom, and that is the fact, and this is probably more of a morbid reason, and for others that are watching, or both live and on when this goes up on YouTube, I am the kind of person that is not afraid to see dark elements in, you know, like, people consider this a kid's game, but I would tell you, these kinds of elements, this is stuff kids need to know. Because I've not had the best of upbringings. In fact, my birth years were probably some of the ugliest years I've had. It wasn't until I got adopted that things really got better. But my time as in both a birth family and my foster family, that is how my opinion on the world really soured. And how I got led to Christ at the same time. If I do not go through the hardships I have experienced in like the first 6-7 years of my life, I don't know what kind of person I'd be today. And one of the things I've wanted to do with, you know, my own family, my adopted family, and the kids that my family has brought forth, I want them to learn from their uncle or their grandpa or whatever, you know, the title I have, that life isn't pretty. In fact, the majority of the time, it's really fucking ugly. And you have to have a valor on your mental side. You've got to be mentally valorant more than ever in this generation. There's a lot of shit that's going to lead you astray. And I'd rather be unfiltered and honest to my future kids, to my future generations, than to paint them an illusion. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And stuff like this in Cookie Run Kingdom, chapters 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, I wanted to paint that image of life is going to suck, life is going to be hard, and life can just absolutely tear you apart. But you've got to find your internal self, your true self, and bring that forward, no matter how terrible things are.
Facing Silent Soul Cookie's wrath, White Lily Cookie sinks deeper into the abyss, where she encounters the trials of the Kalanamic Knights. There, she learns the true meaning of solidarity and returns to face Silent Soul Cookie once more, to prove herself worthy of wielding the virtue of freedom. The Beast of Silence tests her relentlessly, yet she endures, guided by the power of freedom.
Relentlessly is an understatement. Chapter 11 and 12, this whole entire game, for what is my favorite ancient cookie in the game, and yeah, don't be surprised, White Lily Cookie is my favorite cookie in the game. Where do I even begin? You literally see a single female cookie go through multiple different hells, either of her own making or just that she ends up wrong place, wrong time in. And her story alone makes me think most people would break apart to pieces from what she's witnessed. And yet, she keeps going. She goes through almost 4 or 5 personal hellacious moments in this game. And yet each time she comes out of it, well, 4 out of 5, I guess. I really don't know how to transition into it. Okay, the final 3 chapters. The Dark Enchantress War.
To protect the Cookie World from Dark Enchantress Cookie's evil, Ginger Brave and the Cookie Alliance set forth into the very heart of her domain. Guided by the Guardians of Nature, our heroes came upon the first Nest Island, where twisted creations and teeming hordes of cake monsters awaited them. Yet even as hope wavered, Pomegranate Cookie struck from the shadows. Her magic reached far beyond the battlefield to harm the Alliance's home kingdoms and shake their resolve. Still, the valiant Cookies stood firm and drove back the tide. Emboldened by their courage, the Alliance pressed onward, until Shadow Milk Cookie entered the battle, veiling the battlefield in a magical haze. When heroes and beasts met once more, they clashed with unseen ferocity. Through one harrowing trial after another, our brave Cookies at last reached Dark Enchantress Cookie's stronghold. And there, before all eyes, she unveiled the terrible secret behind the sealing of the beasts. The very truth that Silent Salt Cookie and Elder Fairy Cookie had guarded for so long. As shock rippled through the air, Dark Enchantress Cookie set her magic circle ablaze, using the soul gems of both heroes and beasts as fuel. Then, casting aside her cookie form entirely, she emerged reborn, no longer a mere cookie.
Essentially the equivalent of casting aside her own humanity.
The Cookies resisted with all their might, yet Dark Enchantress Cookie's overwhelming power was unmatched. Still, little by little, courage and bravery began to turn the tide. Faced with this unexpected defiance, Dark Enchantress tore open a rift through the very fabric of space and time, reaching into other dimensions to draw forth even darker forces. Then, in a brilliant flash, White Lily Cookie appeared, the avatar of destiny at her side. After their duel, the villainess fell, but White Lily Cookie's strength gave out. She vanished, leaving behind only a single ray of light for all cookie kind.
Even just... I really wish there was a longer gap, because you know how some people, how would I say this? You know the saying, when someone goes, a piece of yourself goes with them? I honestly believe it's possible to lose a piece of yourself, even when it comes to fan fiction or fictional stories and all that. I do believe you can lose a piece of yourself to stuff like this. That's how I felt seeing White Lily Cookie. A miraculous victory at a cost too great. All right, let's see what happens from here.
Meanwhile, as Silent Soul Cookie lay crumbling before him, Shadow Milk Cookie, having absorbed the full might of the beasts, proclaimed his grand design: to erase this entire timeline and write a brand new narrative. At that very moment, to halt the Master of Deceit, the soul gems of Silent Soul Cookie and White Lily Cookie fused as one, reborn in a single radiance light. From that brilliance arose a radiance form, taking shape as a cookie, and cast forth a lance of pure light at Shadow Milk Cookie. Struck by the blow, Shadow Milk Cookie awakened into something new. He fled into the dimensional rift, where Timekeeper Cookie took notice. And far away, in the cold and silent ultimate oven, a mysterious hand reached forth to claim the ultimate cookie.
And this is where the timeline of fate begins. Well,
and thus, another chapter of our story unfolds.
let's go. I've only got 27 days on the exploration log. Alright, let's start with story so far.
White Lily Cookie. Where could you be now? Is your journey peaceful and free? The letters you left us. We read them once, twice, so many times. Hollyberry cookie, dark cacao cookie, golden cheese cookie. You will be pleased to know that cookies are working hard. Working hard to rebuild the world you protected. At times, it hurts to think about you.
It really does.
But no, all of us are trying our best to live our lives. Because we all wish to protect the future you paid for so dearly.
Even now, I still question the cost. A life so precious, yet so fragile. You were right, White Lily Cookie. It is something so invaluable, yet easy to shatter with just one simple impact. I fear some days we not only take for granted the cost of what it means to live, but what it truly means to be free.
Yet sometimes, when it's difficult to hold back tears, I can't help but wonder. Your smile, so truthful. How could it be? My theory is that even amidst anguish and despair, you never lost sight of hope shimmering somewhere beyond the horizon.
And that horizon was limitless. That no matter how suffocating the darkness was, there was a spark of light out there, waiting to be ignited, waiting to blight the darkness and shine bright a brand new future.
Quite really, Cookie. After all that happened, I too am feeling strangely hopeful. Somehow, I am sure that we will meet again.
The question will be, under what circumstances?
What if you chose to gamble everything? Because you saw a new possibility on the other side.
A new possibility on the other side. It's something I don't know if I can agree with, but one can only wonder.
After all, you always were a Cookie who sought new answers, ready to pioneer new paths.
And direct those paths no matter the cost, no matter how painful reality was or could be. You went forward. Not out of disregard, but out of commitment, out of conviction, out of purpose. I sometimes wish I had that level of conviction myself, White Lily Cookie.
This hope, may I keep it? These days, my head is full of thoughts, theories. Perhaps I am growing more like you. But also, I fear something.
Even amongst hope, the root of darkness remains.
What if there is no hope?
Whoa.
No new beginning? And your soul truly scattered in the wind, never to become whole again? What if there is no journey and no reunion? What then?
Such is the question of one that does not have faith. One without hope. One without purpose. Yet even amongst a man of faith, a man of conviction, that shadow always remains. From the moment we're born until the moment we die. Even with the convictions that have been given to me graciously by a Heavenly Father, even those sinful doubts still lurk in my own shadow. Knowing that they never go away. Knowing that they lurk every corner of every second of the day. I'm left to ponder. I'm left to question. I'm left to wonder.
Could it truly be the end? Sometimes I wake up at night screaming. My whole dome trembling. The world is pitch black. And in this darkness, without a single ray of light, I lie awake, only to fall into another restless dream.
And this is why I love this game. It is not afraid to ask the toughest questions, not just for a person with no faith, but for a person of faith. What truly awaits on the other side? Are we truly meant to crumble? Are we truly fragile, or are we truly resilient? Are we truly free, or are we truly bound? For a game like this to make you ask these questions, that is why I love Cookie Run Kingdom. When you're able to make your own audience ask the toughest questions for themselves, not out of pressure, but out of a story, that's why I love this game. That's why I believe Cookie Run Kingdom can be a timeless game if one sinks themselves into it. Because say what you want about the pay-to-win mechanics, the gacha mechanics, all the stuff in the background. If there is one thing DevSys knocks out of the park with this game, is that it is not afraid to ask the toughest questions for one man, woman, child, or even senior. Shoutouts to anybody over 65, 70 years old who might be playing this game. Glad you're playing it. To the 8 or 10-year-old playing it with their mom and dad, welcome aboard. And to the 20 or 30-year-old like me, who looks for a game, a different direction in their game library, welcome aboard. But this is why I fell in love with Cookie Run Kingdom in 2023. Because it was not afraid to ask the ugliest questions and leave you to find that answer for yourself. And I pray whoever's watching or during the stream or after the stream, those answers will be found in the scriptures, in the Lord, or wherever life takes you.
White Lily Cookie. What should I do? What? It was a long council, my friends.
Indeed, the war is over. So much has come to pass. It is only natural.
Right. Shall we wrap this up?
Yes. The Dark Enchantress War is over. It left us wounded, broken. And yet, the injured are slowly healing, and our kingdoms are being rebuilt.
Those who followed Dark Enchantress Cookie have vanished. Our best efforts to find them have been unfruitful. The same can be said about the beasts. Their does turned to dust before we were able to study them. Their strange demise remains a mystery.
This is probably one of the aspects of the ending of Beast Yeast that a lot of people were not happy about. Like, not pissed off, but even I will agree. The deaths of the Beast Cookies felt very... well, one, out of nowhere, and two, it just feels like we didn't get to learn a lot about the Beast Cookies. Yeah, we kind of had general ideas, like at least a baseline story on how they fell into darkness. But I felt like DevSys could have done more. They could have gone further into really making it clear how much of a process it takes to turn cookies of great virtues into the beast cookies that they are now. That's not something that happens overnight. To me, that's gotta be something that takes years, months, years even, for someone to just lose their faith in Cookie Kind so much that instead of protecting Cookie Kind, you actively subjugate it, you actively destroy it, you actively demean it. Just feels like there could have been so much more with the Beast Cookies, but what we have now just still leaves me with more questions than answers.
I ordered my finest warriors to stay in Beast Yeast, scour the land for clues, and prepare for unforeseen dangers.
In the laboratorium, we found traces of experiments that led to the creation of the Beast Cookies doughs.
Right, Espresso Cookie has joined us.
We believe that those were crafted by Dark Enchantress Cookie herself and animated by the power of their soul jam.
Precisely. This is why they turned to dust as soon as the source of their power had been exhausted.
Probably a failsafe to make sure they could not be studied. Think about that. Their bodies were purposefully made so fragile that upon their expiration, their corpses didn't remain. Which is a scary thought if you think about it. For dust you are, and to dust you shall return. We take those words, those scriptures for granted, yet their truth still remains as cruel as ever.
After all, the beast's force was far greater than that of a regular cookie.
It's a miracle that this artifice dough was enough to contain it. I can't even begin to imagine how powerful they were originally.
Indeed. We still have many a question to answer. But our warriors will help us find the clues, I'm sure. We never saw the last of Pitaya Dragon Cookie. I wonder what became of them. The ultimate oven was also found completely empty.
Ugh. And this is the terrifying part. Because we know what was supposed to be in that oven, and it's gone. Something insanely terrifying was in the ultimate oven, and for it to be gone, oh boy, that's bad. Very, very bad.
Yes, for now we can enjoy peace. But we must not lose our vigilance. For an unseen menace may still be nearby. In times like these, it is essential to find support in each other. We must unite to prepare for the unknown. How are matters in the Golden Cheese Kingdom? Is the reconstruction effort going well?
Yes! Her Radiance is busy rebuilding her realm. This is why Queen Golden Cheese Cookie sent me as her envoy.
Very well. Now, to the last thing. The radiant cookie we found.
Oh. Why is it in a jar? Does it have to be in a jar? Like, why is it in a jar?
A cookie that appeared in the very place where White Lily Cookie disappeared. There was something familiar about her. yet distinctly different. Powerful, bright. But her light began fading right after she lost consciousness. This is why we put her in this magical protective vessel. We don't know how much longer this light will last.
Oh.
Have you learned anything about this cookie? Is there truly no way to bring them back to their senses?
Wizard Cookie and I have managed to reach several conclusions upon thorough examination. Indeed, the power of the Soul Gem is strong with this cookie.
That's good. Because it's basically a combination of the Soul Gem of solidarity and freedom.
Correction. It won't be an exaggeration to say that this cookie is a being woven of the light of the Soul Gem itself.
A being of the Soul Gem?
Yes, highly unusual. She is the light of the Soul Gem that exists without a dough.
Makes me wonder if this being needs an actual dough to continue existing. Because without it, wouldn't you just fade away with time again?
A cookie, but not a cookie. Something in between light and dessert being.
She has no dough? Then we must make one for her.
Well, you see, there is a little problem.
There is a little problem is exaggerated, Wizard. Get on with it.
What my colleague here is trying to say is that cookie baking magic is not to be trifled with. Everyone here is likely
Yes.
well aware of what I'm talking
We
about.
just saw it in chapters 13 through 15 of Beast Cheese, and what happens when such arcane arts are used wrongly. Heck, I would argue chapters 13 through 15 are proof of why, honestly, I think God hasn't given us the ability to, well, raise the dead.
What makes it especially complicated is that this being's power far exceeds the capabilities of ordinary dough. That is why Dark Enchantress Cookie built the ultimate oven and went so far to exceed her cookie limits.
Is there truly no other way? Maybe there is still something we haven't noticed.
Well, it's safe to say that we did the best of our abilities. Unless... perhaps once the Golden Cheese Kingdom's reconstruction is complete, we might use its Soul Gem technology to learn more.
Yes, yes! But with the latest knowledge involved in the reconstruction, it might take some time.
You know, I actually don't blame Golden Cheese for bringing the cheese bird as her envoy for this meeting, because if I have to guess, she's probably not doing well for various reasons.
Indeed. White Lily Cookie's gift that came with her letter. It was supposed to help rebuild the kingdom.
Okay. We just went to black. Am I supposed to tap again?
Hello, Golden Cheese Cookie. I think this is the first time I've written you a letter. Truth be told, I haven't written many letters in my life. One pure vanilla cookie could write pages and pages in one sitting. I thought I could do the same. Turns out it's far more difficult than it looks.
Very, very difficult. Funny enough, I actually used to try to do letters myself at a younger age for someone I haven't seen in a long time. I don't even know if they're still out there. You don't realize the kind of skills you have until you actually start doing them.
If my sentences come across as awkward or too formal, please forgive me. I'm not accustomed to writing like this. I formed a few hypotheses about Dark Enchantress Cookie. If these theories prove correct, Cookie Kind will finally be able to end this long darkness, this chaos that has tormented us for ages. But the danger we face is so immense that I may not get another chance to speak with you.
It says something about one's own maturity when they realize they're right approaching death's door. We just didn't realize how soon it was.
That's why I'm leaving you this letter. Something might happen to me, given how my soul is bound to Dark Enchantress Cookie. But then again, who can say for certain? Nothing is set in stone until it's been proven. I hope that one day, after this war ends, I'll be there to see the look on your face as you read this letter. Perhaps we might even share a smile? But what Dark Enchantress Cookie has planned, what lengths she'll go to see it through, I can sense it faintly. I know that she must be stopped, as she threatens this entire world.
If not reality itself.
And in the end, I know no one else can stop her but me. So I'm going to take the gamble of a lifetime. Even if I meet an end I didn't hope for, I have no regrets. I intend to do everything I can. I've been rambling, haven't I? All this time, I've thought long and hard about what to say to you, and how. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Golden Cheese Cookie. Those words were all I wanted to say, but I could never muster the courage to tell you face to face. I can almost see you now, calling me a coward, a fool, clear as day in my mind. I hope that you truly do. You might have known this already, but I was quite fond of you. Your greed, that stubborn refusal to give up on anything you reach, on every cookie who walks beside you, cherishing them all with your whole heart. I always envied your generosity. The way you offered such deep love to your cookies. Perhaps we could have shared so many more stories together. But all the precious things I have forsaken, loved ones I took away, what I have done. I was too afraid to confront my mistakes, so I couldn't bring myself to say anything. The box I've sent along contains a substance I discovered at the Magic Academy. This is still just a hypothesis, but within the Magic Academy, there exist spaces where soul and matter converge. I know you'll find a way to harness this unrefined power and make your dreams come true. I'm so sorry for making you lose what you held on to so fiercely, what you swore to never let go. I only wished I could help fuel your boundless ambition. May you and the Golden Cheese Kingdom shine forever in radiant abundance. And thank you for being my friend. With love, White Lily Cookie.
You little... Why didn't you tell me directly? Did you think I would be angry? Coward! What am I to do if you won't even give me the chance to forgive you?
Sometimes we're not guaranteed that. The cruelty of life sometimes. It can be the most sharpest sword on our own hearts.
Well then, let's see what you've left behind for me. If it doesn't satisfy me, know that there will be no forgiveness. White Lily Cookie.
Ever since their majesties received those, she has been fully occupied with rebuilding the kingdom. Her Radiance mentioned that if her endeavors come to fruition, the Golden Cheese Kingdom with its denizens will be fully restored.
So it worked.
Whoa! That's amazing news!
It actually worked?
Then we must find another way to identify the Radiant Cookie. And quick.
Oh, what to do?
Maybe there are magic books we haven't studied yet?
Ginger Brave?
Alright. That's story so far done. Alright. The light of hope. Okay.
What is it, my friend? Is something wrong? No, it's just... Well, I was just wondering if this cookie is all right sitting inside the bottle. What do you mean? Well, she's been sleeping like that since the day we first met. What if she's trying to wake up? What if she has something to tell us? I just wish I could ask her. Who are you? Where did you come from?
You know what? That's a really cool picture here.
How do we wake you up? Did you try to help us back then? I wish you could answer. We want to help you too. I don't even know your name, but I want to become friends.
Always seeking to be friends with anybody, Ginger Brave.
So, if you can hear me, please answer. Huh?
Whoa.
I hear your voice.
Oh!
Whoa.
Hello, Ginger Brave.
Oh, can you hear me?
us?
Yes, but there is no time. My strength is waning.
Are you losing your strength? What can we do?
The first oven.
First oven.
The first oven? What's that? Is it a place that can help you regain your strength?
A place where you were born. Where all Soul Jam was born. A place where Cookie Kind began. I must go to the first oven.
Oh, this is...
There is no time. Please, bring me there, Ginger Brave.
Radiant Cookie! Are you alright? Talk to me! Radiant Cookie!
Ginger Brave? Who are you talking with?
Huh? The Radiant Cookie talked to me!
But we didn't hear anything.
Yes! You were talking to the vessel!
What? No way! Ginger Brave, what did she tell you? Ah, right! She told me she's losing strength, and to get it back... Oh, yes. She must
Let's
go to the first oven.
I guess that's going to be our first and primary objective.
The first oven? Yeah! She said it's the place where Soul Jam was created. And the same oven I once escaped from.
The old rusty oven in the witch's hut?
I'm not sure myself, but she needs to go there.
Curious. The first oven. Perhaps, though unassuming from the exterior, it still holds traces of a very powerful magic. But that place is bound to be extremely dangerous.
Very much so.
Right. Not to mention the scary witch.
As dangerous as it may be, this is our only lead.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, that place was super scary. But I also want to help that cookie get her strength back, no matter what. I don't know how, but the radiant cookie spoke to me. Maybe I simply felt her most sincere wish?
But why was it you, Ginger Brave, who heard her voice?
I wish I knew myself. It felt almost as if this cookie and I were connected. Whoa!
But we have connected.
Uh-oh. No.
Our encounter changed everything. The courage you showed me. The despair you made me feel. Even if you leave, you will forever remain in us. And we will forever remain in you. In the end, all cookies are linked. Next time, we'll meet outside the oven. Ginger Brave.
Uh-oh. That is not good.
Ginger Brave, are you alright? What happened?
I'm okay. I just suddenly felt weird, confused. Oh, did you see that? A blue flash outside, like a lightning strike.
What the hell?
Did you hear that? Like a super loud trumpet sound rolling across the sky.
It came from the outside. I sense something ominous about it.
So do I. Let's go and find out.
Okay. Ominous Clarion complete. We have our first combat operation. The Light of Hope. I'm honestly not sure which difficulty I even want to start out with. 3 mil? The other thing I need to know is, are we going to be limited in cookie selection? Let's see. No, there's no cookie restrictions. I can actually go with almost anybody we've got to this point. And we've got a good selection, so... Because I honestly was coming in thinking we were going to be restricted. But no, all cookies are available. Alright, how do we want to do this? I'm kind of thinking we probably want to go with the team we had in Beast Yeast. So, let's see.
Go ahead. Demonstrate your potential. No time for second guessing. Have
to be gentle.
To your head! If you wish to live, that is.
Where is...
Here comes total destruction!
Okay. Do I do pure vanilla for plot convenience, or do I do sugar swan because, well, who else am I gonna roll with right now?
Have faith in yourself.
Alright, so let's see. Alright. Let's do that. I think we're set. Just gotta get our... Yeah, I think let's start with this team and see if that gets us through. We might just bulldoze through this, but I'm also like, we may not. We may just hit a fucking truck. Okay, so right away we're actually also going to hit our first boss fight, it looks like. Ash of the Soul. If Ash Salt Cookie is defeated, she becomes immortal instead. All her debuffs are removed and she restores her HP over time. Oh, don't tell me this is gonna be an unwinnable fight! Assume Shadow Form and infiltrates enemy line, striking with her Forest Spirit. Shadow Form regular attacks change and deliver a final hit when the effect ends. I'm gonna go for it on hard, but this could backfire horribly, so let's see. Enemies deal increased damage and gain damage dampening buffs each time they receive the power of darkness. Doing it, okay, attacking enemies affected by... Timekeeper Cookie is immune to unstable timeline effects. Ice Salt is immune to the Power of Darkness debuff and receives it as a buff instead. Okay, so basically we're already getting told that we're going to be hit with the status effects of this timeline entirely, right from the get-go. Let's find out what that is, because I'm not too optimistic, but here we go. Oh, and right away plot. Whoa! God, no.
Look! The sky looks weird.
There. An enormous pillar over there in the distance. I can sense its dark presence from here.
That eye.
That is where Beast Yeast is. But
What on earth, Bread?
An enormous shockwave, as if the whole continent has shuddered.
Ugh.
what is going on? And what is that pillar? And that eye?
That eye and that darkness. They feel familiar. Impossible. Is it looking at me? Ah!
Uh-oh.
The light of truth is reacting?
That way, huh?
looks like he may have, Tom. And he's not alone.
Like you said, the soul gem resonance is quite strong. Just the right distance to send the ash shadow.
Oh god. Oh boy.
Huh? Your light of truth. What's that weird dust?
That's not good. That is not good at all. So we have our first new cookie of this timeline. Ash salt cookie.
A cookie?
I don't know who that cookie is, but she doesn't look like a friend.
That cookie appeared from your soul jam.
I sensed something unusual when that eye looked at me. As if I had touched upon something familiar. Shadow Milk Cookie's power.
Shadow Milk Cookie. So the beast cookies still live?
That ashen cookie has stirred. Be on your guard, everyone.
She's on the move!
And running towards
The Radiant Cookie! No! Is she after her? We must protect the vessel!
Oh god, I actually gotta choose? Hullaberry or dark cacao? No better friend than one that is willing to shield. Hullaberry cookie, go!
Going somewhere? But you won't get past me!
Not again.
This cookie just turned to ash! Your tricks won't help you! Not against my shield!
Oh. I'm hoping this is not one of those where if you pick one of the cookies, you lose them from here on out. But we're about to find out.
Dark cacao cookie! She's running to you! Watch out!
My blade is useless against ash. She's running towards the vessel. Stop her!
No! I won't let you harm the Radiant Cookie!
Gingerbrave, no! Look out!
Oh no. Both Gingerbrave and the vessel are in danger. What to do?
Okay, I've got 3 options. Here we go. Is it on Gingerbrave, the vessel, or the ash? Oh, God. Since we're still trying, I would say vessel takes priority.
I'll shield the Radiant Cookie. No! Go away!
Ugh. If I'm honest, right now, what I'm fearing is whatever choices I make could have significant consequences going forward. Ugh, I'm not liking this.
Oh, she turned to ash again! I can't stop her! The Radiant Cookie! No! Sugar Vanilla Cookie's shield spell protected the vessel!
Oh no! She's preparing to attack again! Cookies, be careful!
I'll protect you! Yeah! Oh! That was close!
Gingerbread has saved the vessel!
How fortunate. But he won't be able to dodge the Ashen Cookie's attacks forever. We must help.
Okay, here we go. $82 mil? Oh god. Okay, I'm already down one. Oh, this is not good. That is a lot of goddamn damage. Now, if I do game over here, I will probably go. Oh, no.
Failure.
Ooh.
You can still be happy.
I'll still stick to the same questions, to the same selections, but that's already our first taste at hard mode. Now, there are... Whew, I'm already excited for this story. Holy smokes, this is... It picks up really quickly. All right. I think I'm going to need Sugar Swan for this. All right, let's see. All right.
The new season awaits me.
All right, let's see if switching over to Sugar Swan will give us the advantage. All right. Now, I'm going to have to see if we're going to have to go through the same story plot points. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it all over again. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Look! The sky looks... I'll shield the radiant...
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna stick to the same answers.
Serenade of sugar. Sweet slumber. Serenade of sugar.
Okay.
Sweet slumber. Serenade of sugar. Serenade of sugar.
Yeah, I think Sugar Swan's the way to go.
Darkness consume you!
For sweet slumber.
Darkness consume you!
Sweet slumber.
Darkness consume you!
For freedom. Sweet slumber.
Darkness consume you!
Sweet slumber.
Come on.
Darkness consume you!
Sweet slumber. For freedom.
Darkness consume you!
Sweet slumber. For freedom.
Darkness consume you!
Come on, come on, come on!
Sweet slumber.
Target down!
Your demise will not be in vain.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did need Sugar Swan for that to push across. All right. That was really tense. So she actually regenerated all the way to full health. We had to deplete her health bar twice on hard. All right. Let's keep going. Okay. Have to beat her 5 times. Okay.
Those ashen tricks again.
Our attacks are useless.
She's coming back! Watch out!
Ugh.
Oh, she almost got me! Your shield saved me, Pure Vanilla Cookie!
Now she's rushing towards Pure Vanilla Cookie!
Pure Vanilla Cookie, look out!
Oh god.
She's too fast. What should I do?
I got another choice call to make. I'm worried that the shield magic is gonna backfire at this point because he's used it too much. I'm gonna go with evade. Head for Hollowberry.
It's too risky.
Pure Vanilla Cookie, behind my shield! Ha-ha! Ash or not, nothing goes past my shield! Pure Vanilla Cookie, are you all right?
I am. Thank you, Hollyberry Cookie. Ah! She's coming this way again! Although the Radiant Cookie is protected by my shield, the risk is too great. A single mistake could ruin everything. To stop that cookie, we need...
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna take a risk here and go for Dark Cacao.
Dark Cacao Cookie! The Dragon Lord's power!
Say no more! Dragons, I unleash you! Stop this wicked creature with your might!
Yes! The dragon scattered her ashes around! Excellent. Now is the time. Hollyberry Cookie, to Ginger Brave!
Got it!
Everyone, gather around the vessel. We mustn't let the Ashen Cookie reach it.
Acknowledged.
She has regained her form! Everyone, be on your guard!
Don't worry, Cookie or not, no one gets past my shield!
Now I know what she is capable of, and I shall not let her pass!
Vanished! Could she still be hiding nearby?
No. I think the intruder has left for good. I no longer sense her evil presence.
She must have realized she stood no chance against us.
Who was she?
I failed. I underestimated them. Clearly, they saw my powers for the first time. But they reacted swiftly, as if they already knew what I'd do next. I have no time to indulge my curiosity. Soon they'll be after me. I must retreat.
That cookie. Oh, she was so scary. Turning into ash and all that.
It is obvious that the Radiant Cookie was her target. But
Why?
why?
It seemed as if the vessel held great importance for her.
Bingo! Fortunately, it all worked out nicely for you. No one was hurt,
Whose voice is that?
Ah!
Oh, well, hello there.
Oh,
You all
Jesus.
did a splendid job.
You have got to be kidding me.
The intruder almost made it to the vessel several times. Yet somehow, you've won. Hee hee.
And you are?
Who are you?
Ah, of course. It is finally time for introductions.
Tom, I believe you know this person. Or cookie.
My name is Timekeeper Cookie.
Timekeeper? Oh boy. Oh, we got another level. Oh wait, we gotta fight her again? What? Okay, so it's asking us to battle her again. Okay. Oh, I don't like this. I've got a really, really, really bad feeling about this. But let's go. Oh, even more health.
Serenade of sugar. For freedom. Serenade of sugar. Sweet slumber.
Oh god.
For freedom, darkness, consume you!
Serenade of sugar.
Sweet slumber, darkness, consume you!
Serenade of sugar.
Sweet slumber, darkness, consume you!
It's gonna suck.
Sweet slumber, darkness, consume you!
Probably should have saved one of those for after I took out her health once.
Darkness, consume you! Sweet slumber. For freedom! Darkness, consume you! Sweet slumber. For freedom!
Yeah, I'm gonna go down here.
Consume you!
Once I lose White Lily Cookie, that's it.
Darkness, consume you!
Because she does the most damage.
They will get what they deserve.
Yeah, once I lose White Lily Cookie, that's it. Mainly just because her damage output is the strongest of my team. She actually doesn't have any gender, hence the nouns. Okay. Alright, so we'll have to transition to doing the fight on normal due to the increase in health. So the initial fight had us battling Ash Salt at about 130,000 health. We're now fighting her on hard at almost 200,000 health. So we'll have to do normal until I think we get Timekeeper. Alright, here we go.
Darkness consume you!
Serenade of sugar! Sweet
Darkness
slumber!
consume you!
Freedom! Serenade of sugar! Sweet slumber!
Okay, that's interesting. She didn't really generate much of her health back.
Now it's time to rejoice.
All right. Well, at least, well, normal, we just basically made her a freaking pushover. But I have a feeling for hard difficulty, I am going to need Timekeeper, Cookie, or roll Ash Salt to at least counteract it. Because now the health just spikes up. Alright. Towards Hope. Possibly? Let's find out.
My name is Timekeeper Cookie, Director of the Time Balance Department. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Ah, yes, we're in charge of managing time.
You know, I will say this, Tom. I was expecting her to have a much more insane voice. Because I did look up a bit of her bio, and I'm like, how does someone who runs such a place maintain their sanity? Or did they throw that out long before?
Time balance department?
You see, usually we refrain from direct interference. But this situation we have on hand is a bit, tricky. An emergency, if you will.
That's putting it lightly.
This timeline happens to be on the brink of total annihilation. So that even the TBD and I are in a bit of a pickle.
Annihilation? What do you mean?
Ugh.
It is what it is. This timeline, the world as you know it, will simply cease to exist.
Talk about not being lightly about this.
Listen, what I'm telling you right now is of utmost importance. So please, pay attention, all right? Very well. Timekeeping 101. The world is held in balance by the power of the so-called Soul Jam.
Well, you have to know that they're an alternate timeline self of Chris. Well, I do know that part. Maybe so. VA stuck with that in mind.
In simple terms, its enormous life energy supports the foundation of the world. But what happens if there is not enough of it?
Everything goes to shit.
Without the Soul Jam's support, the Foundation crumbles. Chaos will consume our world.
But Pure Vanilla Cookie, Dark Cacao Cookie, and Hollyberry Cookie all still have their Soul Jam.
That is true. The question is that enough?
It's not.
Don't tell me.
It's not?
At first, there were only 5 soul gems, but they split, becoming 10.
Right, they had to split them because between the pure and the corrupt.
The beast cookies held 5, and the heroes held the other 5. Which means the remaining 4 are less than half.
Oh shit. Remember, 4 of the beasts are gone. The status of Shadow Milk is unknown. And you have the remaining 4 heroes left. That is under 50%.
It's even worse. The remaining 4 are severely weakened.
That is why this cookie here is so important. She holds the power of the Soul Gem.
And she needs to be protected at all cost. Guess you have a lot more stakes in yourself than you originally were, Radiant Cookie.
Without her, our world will fall.
So she is the beacon of hope. Literally. She's either a beacon of hope or a beacon of destruction. Why does this have to keep happening to you, White Lily?
But even with her power, it's still too little. Too little, for the Beast Cookie's soul jam is no more.
That's right. Their soul jam disappeared together with them.
If I had to theorize on why this is the case, probably their vessels couldn't handle their own energy, and when they expired, the soul jams themselves could not maintain their stability. You know, the whole saying, power corrupts. Well, power eventually consumes itself if left to remain corrupt for too long.
Yes. Yes and no. Their soul gem didn't disappear. It was stolen.
Stolen?
Okay.
Yep. Someone has stolen the remaining soul gem and split the core timeline, creating a new branch. This thief's power was so great, it destabilized the balance of the temporal space, effectively dividing the core timeline in two.
Oh god.
And not only did the culprit completely overtake the new branch, but they are also meaning to overpower this one as well. Completely unprecedented violation of the temporal laws. Only one core timeline may exist. If left unchecked, this disbalance of energy will eventually lead to the destruction of this branch.
And I'm guessing once this branch gets destroyed, it completely destroys the existence of Cookie Kind.
So the cookie who stole the soul jam is behind what just happened. The dark presence emanating from the eye. As unbelievable as it is, it's Shadow Milk Cookie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, precisely.
Where is Shadow Milk Cookie now?
In the other timeline, of course.
So, you are saying that Shadow Milk Cookie has stolen the soul jam that holds our world in balance and escaped, leaving it to be torn apart?
Close, but not entirely correct. You see, the other timeline is ought to have its own soul jam as well.
Okay, this might throw my... I will say this probably throws my fan fiction efforts into a complete blender. Yes, I do fan fiction. Sue me.
If that is the case, what happens to that one timeline?
The power balance will gradually tip toward the newly created branch, until this line ceases to exist.
Basically, the timeline with the most power becomes the main timeline, and anything with less power dies out. A fading ember into the tiles of reality itself.
But if our timeline is destroyed, what happens to all the cookies who live in this world?
Gone, probably, just like that.
They too, everything will be gone. Once the destruction begins, there's no escaping or preventing it. When a timeline is destroyed, there are no ruins, no remains. It's as if it never existed in the first place.
Oh, shoot.
No way!
Dear Lord. They really did raise the stakes with this arc.
So, this world, all cookies, all our friends, will disappear? We can't let that happen! What should we do? There's gotta be a way! Tell us!
There is a way, but you have to find it. all together. The TBD will try their best to solve this crisis, but this is a time manipulation of unseen scale. However, if this timeline is annihilated before our agents can do anything, well, even our best efforts won't be enough to revert it.
So basically, even the TBD has limits.
Your main goal for now is to protect the Radiant Cookie.
She's not just the beacon of hope, she is the beacon of hope. If she's taken, we're done for. That's at least what I'm getting from this.
Then, you must find a way to bring back the lost Soul Gem. Well then, that's that. Time for me to skedaddle.
Wait!
Hmm?
Thank you for your help. We'll do our best to protect our world.
And our timeline. Jeez. Well, I'm gonna have to rethink how I figure Ranger Cookie into this mess. We'll do everything, Timekeeper. Lord, what stakes have you placed upon us now? Just give us the strength.
See you soon, Timekeeper Cookie.
Soon, huh?
Okay. Towards hope. I'll at least complete this branch, and because we're approaching 1:30, I think we'll end the stream after this one. I did not expect time to actually fly.
Yeah, you'll help us if we get stuck, right?
Well, sorry, I can't.
You can't? Why?
My involvement will create too many unwanted variables. Each of these creates a new temporal branch.
Oh, if she gets over-involved, it basically creates so many branches that it then becomes a mess to keep under control.
Which means more pruning for us at the TBD to do. And those new branches each take their share of energy from this already weakened timeline, so...
She can only intervene selectively.
I see.
Think of my intrusion here as a sign things are really, really bad. I had to let you know that your situation is pretty dire. After all, this timeline is your responsibility. Keep in mind that the time criminal out there is tremendously dangerous. We simply can't let him continue.
So, we won't meet again?
I said I can't help you. But who knows? Never say never. Perhaps we'll meet another time. Until then, good luck.
Poof! Gone just like that.
What a peculiar cookie.
Who knew Shadow Milk Cookie would do something that drastic? The situation is dire indeed.
Does this mean the crumbled beast cookies we saw back in Beast Yeast were an illusion crafted by Shadow Milk Cookie?
We can't rule that out now.
Truly, if you think of it, that must have been the moment.
What are you saying?
When the Radiant Cookie first appeared, we thought the lance she cast was aimed at the dimensional rift. But instead, I believe she aimed at Shadow Milk Cookie.
She was trying to kill the bastard responsible before he could start this whole mess to begin with. That's why the cookie shot at him.
To think he would go so far. I wonder what brought Shadow Milk Cookie to commit a deed so terrifying.
Not just terrifying, but reality breaking in and out of itself.
Oh, pure vanilla cookie. What's with the long face? There is still hope yet.
Hmm?
Like Timekeeper Cookie said, we have work to do. So let's get to it like we always have.
Absolutely. We can't mellow on things now. The stakes are too high. You've got to be decisive now. Either this timeline survives, or it dies.
Gingerbrave, remind me, what did the Radiant Cookie tell you? Perhaps her words will decide our next step.
Sure thing!
I shall send an envoy to Beast Yeast to find out what happened there.
Let's hope they make it back.
Wizard Cookie, let us examine the Radiant Cookie once again.
Oh, good thinking. That sudden attack earlier must have stirred her.
Indeed. So many perils have threatened the cookie world over the years. Yet our bravery and willpower have always prevailed. And this radiant cookie, Earthbread's light of hope. Protecting her is protecting our world. This is what you wanted us to do. Right, White Lily Cookie?
Okay, that is this branch done. Which leaves us with the other one. Okay, so we're past 130. I think that's where I'm going to end this stream at. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have to end it there. Wow. How did 2 hours go by so quickly? Yeah. Tom, I appreciate you joining me tonight. So now we know the stakes. The very timeline itself, the very reality itself, is now under threat. And now the Radiant Cookie, she's not just a beacon of hope. She's the beacon of hope. If she's captured or, God forbid, killed, that's it. The timeline goes. Because, think about this. You have the 4 ancient heroes. You have the Radiant Cookie. And then you have Shadow Milk. So, that's 6 soul gems. God. That means that I'm just left wondering. So if they lose the Radiant Cookie, that's it. There's no way the timeline stays stable without Radiant Cookie now. Go to the first oven. I have a feeling that's going to be in the next chapter. In the meantime, the other branch looks to involve the bastard himself. But that's going to be for another day. Man. Gosh. I know this is a story of a video game, but when you can immerse a player into a universe like that, that you have something special. Well, we've gone on for about 2 hours, 20 minutes. To those who have joined, we appreciate you coming by. But I gotta be up for work in about 6 hours. I don't know if we'll stream again. I'll give it a shot tomorrow if things go as well as they did. But for those who were here or those who are watching, I thank you for stopping by. It's been an honor being able to do a stream for the first time in almost 5 years. And I'm hoping we can keep the good times rolling. So I'm going to call it here tonight. It's been an honor for everyone that's been here, whether lurking or watching. And I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's live stream. This is SoundFX09. Like the stream if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Feedback in the comments would be appreciated. This is SoundFX09, signing out.